Hello and welcome to this week's Pandey Politics. A week is too long in politics. With elections around the corner, even a day is too long. We have a lot of interesting updates from last week to this week. Let's ask the expert about those. Welcome and vanakkam, sir, CEO and senior journalist of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Rangaraj Pandey.
Thank you, Nijma.
Sir, a lot of happenings. Congress DMK alliance thing is sealed. It's become even a pretty old topic, or it's become cold for now. So let's not go there. But looks like DMK has taken a perception lead there, followed by the recent discussions of Mr. Pavan Kalyan interacting with the TVK chief, Mr. Vijay. So is this giving a backseat to the NDA in the perception battle?
It won't. Who will win this 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly election is $1 million question without any doubt. But of course, we have to accept that the DMK is ahead in the perceptual game, but not in the practical game. You should recall the recent happenings. DMK took 3 times chief minister from the ADMK party, Mr. O. Pannirselvam, into their own party. And they took less than 1% DMDK party of Captain Vijaykanth into their alliance. And they took their while my NEV party and new party, Mr. Kamalhansan's Makkal Needhi Mayyam. So we should understand when DMK won 2019, 2021, 2024, all 3 consecutive elections as a hat-trick victory. What was the need of DMK to extend the alliance and bringing new parties and bringing new leaders into the party? That was the first question. Second question, they claim that they have initiated and executed a lot of people welfare schemes, including the 1,000 rupees for women. At least 1 crore 31 lakh women are benefiting every other month. Even after all these things, DMK is not sure about winning the election. Now they are triggering their candidate, their cadre to work very hard to win the election, because for the first time after MGR era, MG Ramachandran era, DMK's vote bank of minority is splitting. TVK is securing at least not less than 25% of Muslim votes and 50% of Christian votes.
I want to slightly interrupt here since you brought in the minority question. Apologies, but if the NDA, if TVK is coming into the NDA alliance, is it not going to benefit the DMK? Because with BJP in the alliance, minority votes might not turn out to Vijay the way it is perceived to be turning out today.
I will come to that later. Where first time minority votes are splitting from MGR era, there were after MGR's era, it was completely with the DMK Congress ally. And now for the first time after almost 25 to 30 years, the minority votes are started splitting. As I told, 50% of Christian votes and 25% of Muslim votes are going to TVK. So the DMK's anti-incumbency is existing. DMK's minority vote is splitting. So probably the NDA alliance might lead in the ground. So that might be the situation. Of course, we have to wait for the climax. Only the second or third week of April, we can come to a conclusion who will lead the race, because in politics, every round is very, very important. Perception around DMK alliance is scoring well, and the ground level ND alliance is scoring very well. One. Second point, if TVK joins the ND alliance, of course the minority vote will consolidate towards the DMK without any doubt. But the common man and the anti-incumbency and new voters, every dimension of the voters will completely go to the ND alliance, which may have including the TVK. So even the minority votes are splitting anyhow now. the existing NDA will not get minority vote as a lump sum amount. It will be very, very meager, probably the negligible amount. So once only Mr. Vijay is getting the minorities share. So if Vijay is again handshaking with NDA means obviously minority vote will go to DMK and the minority vote will be consolidated. But where NDA will not be the loser because already NDA is not getting the vote. And value addition of TVK without minority vote that will gain NDA like anything because uh, every other survey is very clear that TVK may get at least 15% vote, at least. No survey estimated them getting lesser than 15. It is always around above 15 up to 25 is the number where all the surveys are telling. So if you minus that minority vote from TVK, that is going to gain NDA only. Even if you take that, I think I already mentioned this. If you in an average, if you take that TVK may get 18% vote, the 10 will be from DMK and 8 from will be from ADMK. So in that calculation also, ADMK will gain 2%. So if whether TVK is joining NDA or not, that's a separate case. NDA is leading in the ground. If TVK joins NDA, their victory will be assured. That is what the situation. It doesn't mean that if TVK is not joining with the NDA, NDA will not be able to form the government. That is the perception created by the DMK. That is why I say perceptional war, DMK is winning again. But in ground, because there, because you know that anti-incumbency is surely there, and you know that minority vote are getting splitted into two. So obviously DMK is losing its vote bank. If at all you think that previous elections they secured 45% of vote, this time they may lose around at least up to 10%, 5 from anti-incumbency, 5 from minority. So at least 10% they will lose. Obviously, you know, in 2024, ADMK Alliance got 21%, NDA got 18%. Now they are getting together. So obviously it is 40%. And the anti-incumbency wave also advantage to them. And the DMK vote is splitting to TVK. So NDA vote is consolidated. There is no loss of vote in NDA, but there is a loss of vote in India Alliance. So that is where I am assuming that DMK is winning the perceptual war. ADMK, NDA is getting a momentum in the ground.
So, coming to TVK side, you clearly elaborated what are going to be the brownie points for the NDA alliance. But as a new party, Vijay doesn't carry any baggage. When I say baggage, he doesn't carry any negative impacts of
Right.
corruption charges or anything, and he also enjoys the majority of his voters are from the minority community, which is a assured vote bank for him. Why would he forego?
Now, TVK's majority voters are not minorities. TVK's majority voters are youth. For the first time, he is splitting the minority vote also.
Whatever. Say, for example, Tamil Nadu has a particular portion or percentage of minority votes. He's creating a vertical split. So, that's a assured vote for him. Why would he forego these benefits and join NDA?
It is up to his wish. We cannot compel him or advise him. But
No,
whether he,
as a political
but whether
analyst, senior
he
journalist,
is willing to
that's
get a sorry.
sorry. As a political analyst and a senior journalist, do you think that would be a good? That would be an advantageous move for Vijay?
I am not a competent person to advise him, but what he is willing, that is what the question is. People may think that he is missing the bus, but he might be waiting for the train. So you need not to worry about the bus. So whether he want to go on bus or train or flight, it's up to him. If he contests this election on his own without allying with anyone, he may get good number of votes. If he ally with the NDA, he will get very good number of seats. what he wants, whether seats or votes, that he has to decide. And he is completely aware of that. If his goal is short term as well as long term, he will join NDA. If his goal is only long term, he may fight on his own. We are not here to suggest him, but we should not underestimate his intelligence. We may think that because he is not aligned with the NDA, he is missing the bus. His target might be something else.
Perfect. Just wanted to pick your brain on that. And one more thing, it is purely personal to Mr. Vijay's life, but the impact, the recent buzz about his divorce that is creating is the noise that his wife has filed a divorce against him. How do you see the impact of this in the upcoming elections, the perception against Mr. Vijay, is it getting a dent?
I don't want to comment on anyone's personal life, whether he's a public person or an individual or anyone. It is his wish, it is their life, and they are capable of handling their own life. And we are not family advisors to advise them what to do, what not to do. It's their own life. But when I talk to people, I learn that in perceptionally, Vijay may lose few percentage of votes of women. That is what I learned, and I want to stop there. I don't want to dig into that. I don't want to go deeper. That may that may portray that I'm entering into their personal life.
No, we don't
So
want to. We don't want to definitely talk about anyone's personal life, and that's not the intention of the question. The intention of the question is because a lot of women voters are expected to vote for Mr. Vijay. So my question was framed around.
still there. Again, I'm saying it is not lot of women voters. Women voters are with him without not
So this is
completely.
not going to
Uh,
change the perception of that women voter.
I told you that women voters of TVK. It is not that whole women are all the women are voting TVK. It is not the case. Uh, if at all you want to understand where minority vote will go, majority of minority vote will go to DMK lines. Major chunk, at least not less than 35 to 45% of minority votes will go to TVK. As such, women vote mostly, at least of 55% will go to NDA. 25 to 30 will go to DMK. 10 to 15 will go to TVK. That was the ratio approximately. In that, at least few 1 or 2% of women vote, I think he is losing in the recent developments
All
because of
right.
the recent developments.
I want to speak about one more player about whom we haven't spoken in the recent past, NTK and Mr. Seaman. So, where does NTK and Mr. Seaman stand in this election? Distant fourth or?
We have to appreciate, of course, he is in the fourth position. That has not changed. But whether it's a distant fourth or a nearby fourth is the question. We have to appreciate that people initially were thinking that NTK, Mr. Seaman, will be the ultimate loser of Mr. Vijay's entry. But now Mr. Seaman is a very smart and shrewd politician, capable of understanding things. He started his political career when Amma Jayalalitha and Kalaignar Karunanidhi were alive. So he's shrewd enough to patch up his losses and for the first time targeting the Brahminical vote, where BJP and ADMK were thinking that it is their own pocket and nobody can touch. And for the first time in Tamil Nadu history, he has nominated 6 Brahmin candidates, which, if I'm not wrong, which neither BJP nor ADMK ever tried. Of course, you cannot expect it from DMK. So, urban voters, educated voters, and these set of things, as Mr. Seaman able to manage with these voters, I think he is not losing his base. He may be able to save his base, and if he secures the previous one, 7.5%, at least 35 lakh vote, or if he exceeds that the previous count, that's certainly a huge thing. After all this ADMK, DMK, and the new arrival, after all this, if he secured, means that's a very, very, very important political step in his career, without any doubt. I think he will manage it.
Perfect. I want to slightly move into the geopolitical developments and India's stand. For the first time, do you think Indian government or Mr. Modi himself has leaned? We've always maintained a diplomatic stand of not entering into any side. So, do you think Modi has leaned a little too much onto the US-Israel side by not tweeting about or condolences to the death of Mr. Khamenei, the Supreme of Iran, and the head of Shia Muslims around the world? I happen to know that recently India has signed the condolence book kept in the embassy of Iran in New Delhi, but that came after 6 days of the death of the supreme leader. And Narendra Modi has not tweeted, whereas he has tweeted, and inquired about Qatar, about Arab Emirates and other friendly nations. Iran was also a friendly nation. Your comments, sir?
Iran was always a friendly nation, like Afghanistan. We may be friendly to the people of that country, of those countries. We may not need to support the head of the states. So our relationship is always there with the people. Of course, we have to accept that they are leading the country. Whether they are leading that country by vote or by power or by military, that we have to understand. When Taliban ruling Afghanistan, you are aware that women were not allowed as free as they were in their own country previously. So, how India can support Afghanistan in that aspect like that? In Iran, you know, and you are aware, and people are aware that there is nothing you can expect anything from them on humanitarian ground and human rights, and a lot of things were happening against women, against their own women. It is not that other country or their own Islamic women. So you may not be able to condemn as well as support the supremacy of the Iran. That is where we were silent. Not only in this tough situation, even in future also, India will support Iran as a nation, as a country, as a friend. But the leadership may come, may go. You might be aware, India was having very good relationship with Obama, as well as Trump, as well as Biden, again with Trump. So the top regime, the top boss may come, may go. That's not a matter. We have our relationship with that country. So that good relationship with Iran will always continue without any doubt.
Couple of points here. I didn't ask about condemning the attack on Khomeini. I asked about condoling it. So condolence can be given even to enemies. Point number one. Point number two is he is not just
Condolence cannot be given to enemies as a nation. As an individual, you can.
Iran was not.
You just tell me a single example.
Iran was not.
That's what. No, you made a statement. You made a statement that even we can condole to enemy. You need not to condemn. At least you could condole. We used to condole even for enemy. You made the statement. That is why I said condolences will not.
To condole even for enemies.
Sorry.
Is it not a good trait even to condole even for enemies?
When you conquer the government, you create the new trend, and you can do that. And I want to know whether even a single country in the past history ever did that. You have to understand the individual's emotions and the country's decision cannot go in the same way. Running a family is entirely different from running a country. Running family may be with emotions. Running a country will not have any emotion. That has to be very, very calculated.
again, I would like to repeat, Iran was not an enemy. Sorry, sir.
I never said Iran is our enemy. I said you just go through that. I said
No,
repeatedly, I said
you never said
Iran will
Iran was
be
an
our
enemy.
friend forever. That's what I said.
You never said Iran was an enemy. My point is,
Then what is the purpose of mentioning that Iran was not our enemy? Iran was not our enemy.
I'm telling Iran was always a friendly state, and the head of the
Yes,
state has died. Why can't
yes.
we condole? Point number one. Point number two.
We condole. We express our condolences. You rightly mentioned that we have registered in their own book. You yourself mentioned that.
We did after 5 days, and
You,
but
you want me to do the next moment? And
no.
obviously, when you be there,
My
you
second
be in the
question.
chat, and
My
you can dictate when you want to do that.
I'm not dictating. I'm just trying to understand, sir. I'm just very trying
And,
to understand. The second point that I want to ask.
and you should not interpret in the wrong way that it took 5 days, it took 5 minutes, it
No,
took.
that's not my question. If you'll allow me to complete, sir. So
Yeah.
the point that I'm trying to make here is Iran was a again. I'm not repeating because you said Iran was an enemy. Iran was a friendly nation. The head of the state was killed, and the head of the state was not alone the head of Iran. He was the head for the entire Shia Muslims in the across the world. So let's take the example of when the Honorable Pope, the last Pope who passed away, he was a leader of the Catholic people around the world. Prime Minister condoled his death, and similarly,
I am surprised
he's a
how you are
religious leader.
comparing. I am
He's a religious.
surprised
So
how you are.
I have a point why I'm
Array,
talking, because he's the
you
Muslim,
complete it.
the
Please, go
Muslims
ahead.
the Muslims in India are majority Shia Muslims, sir.
Is there anything left?
No, that's it.
Shall I?
Yes, sir.
What is India is a secular nation. You may think, or people may think that against Muslims, let that be. And you people are aware, India is the second largest Muslim community living after Indonesia, with second largest population anywhere in the world. One. If it is against Islam, or if it is against Muslim and Christian, the war. I'm talking about the war, Israel and America. What is the difference? What is the rift between Qatar and Iran? What is the problem with UAE and Iran? What is the problem with all the Saudi and Arab countries with Iran? Why they are fighting? Why they are condemning? Are they not Muslims? Are they
They've,
not
they've
Islamic
sided with
countries?
they've sided with the US, giving room for their airbase.
Now, when you see, don't change the goalpost as you wish.
I
You
know.
have to be stick on to one particular thing. You say he is not only the head of the state, he is the chief of Shia Muslims. You brought the religion there. Okay, I agree. I'm not denying it. What happened to other Muslim countries? You have to answer that. If it
They
is
are
between
fighting the war against.
Islamic,
No, they are fighting the war against Iran, but we are taking a neutral stand. That's the difference.
I'm asking you, when you brought Islam into that, he is a Shia Muslim leader. I agree. Why other Muslim countries are fighting with them?
Sir,
Because
they have taken.
you are not understanding it is not religious war.
I
They
never said
understood
it's a
it is not a
religious war.
religious war.
When did I say? I
And
never
you
said
are
it's a religious war.
okay. I think you want to express some separate thing, and you can continue. I
No,
thought you are trying to get my answers.
I am
I
trying
wrongly
to
thought.
get
Yeah.
answers. No, please go ahead. I didn't say it's a religious war. I just wanted to clarify that. Please go ahead, sir.
Arey, you brought that Islam matter there. He is a leader of Shia Muslims. You only told that. Then, if it is about religion, why other Muslim countries are fighting with them? It is a war. And surprisingly, you are comparing of a natural death and a war death. In a war, whether it's a leader or a common man or a soldier, they will die. It is happening. You have seen the 6 American soldiers died. Other second and third leaders of Iran died. It is a war. They are fighting. They are counting civilians, thousands of civilians, not only in Iran, out of the Iran also, from Arab countries and Qatar, civilians, school children are dying. So it is war. You are how surprising you are comparing Pope's death and communist death. Ayatollah Khamenei died in the war. And if you are comparing the Pope died, they condole, they
Yes, sir,
send condolence, not.
I'll let you complete and then make my statement, probably.
I have completed.
Sir, Ayatollah Khamenei might have died in a war and Pope might have a natural death. But condoling a person's death, be it he died in a war or he died a natural death, when it is not relevant to us, we are not part of the war. We have not taken sides, right? So why can't we condole? Why did the Prime Minister not condole?
You can ask the question, let the question be there. And I think I have already answered. I said you cannot ask why the Prime Minister not tweeted, why Home Minister not cried, why External Affairs Minister not went. You cannot run the government. Running a family or being an individual is entirely different from running a country. You have to be smarter, wiser, technical, tactical, political. Lot of things are there which you may aware, or for any other reason you may not aware. I don't bother, I don't know. But you have to understand few things, that running a government is not easy as you think. Mr. Saddam Hussein was also our very good friend. You might be aware. Iraq Supremo, Mr. Saddam Hussein was very good friend. A Tamil political leader, Mr. Valapadi Ramurthy, when he was a petroleum minister in Delhi, he went there and he had a very good talk, and we gained many lot of that crude oil benefits for India. So Saddam Hussein was killed by America. So it is not that who is having good relationship with. We are maintaining very good relationship with each and everyone. I already brought the example of Afghanistan. Whether this international community is supporting Taliban, we were the first person to support Taliban. We were the first country to support Taliban. When Pervez Musharraf was president of Pakistan, whether the international community supported them, Mr. Vajpayee was the first person to call him. So it is all about diplomacy and politics. You may understand, or you may pretend to not understand. I cannot help. I'm clear that we maintain very good relationship. And I want one more. I want to add one more point on that. India was the only country in the world when Israel and Palestine were in the fight. We took the neutral stand, and we requested Israel to stop the war for at least 3 days in the Ramjan period, where we and our things reached the Palestinian refugees, and that type of influence we were having. But the same time, when we are a very good friend of Israel, we already from day one accept the two-nation policy. We accept Palestine as a separate country. We accept Israel as a separate country. No other country had that type of relationship. So we are having a unique policy, and you cannot ask me to take this side or that side. I can create my own side.
The side was the question. Anyways, thank you so much for taking time and talking to us, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure.